G'day and welcome to Pulling Film. Pulling is typically overexposing and then underdeveloping your film. So I take my 400 speed Tri-X and then tell my camera or meter that it's really a 200 speed film, meaning a shot that might have been say f8 and 1/500th is now f8 and 1/250th of a second. Part 2 comes in the developing stage where, say, you might normally develop the film for 8 minutes at 24 degrees, now you're deving for 6.5 minutes at 24 degrees, for example. Of course, all these factors can then be combined with different developers and dilutions and times to ensure that you alone have the coolest Photrio.com forum signature. Pulling film typically results in a less contrasty negative. And since my scans nearly always end up as digital files, I find it far easier to add a bit of contrast in post than to remove it. A really contrasty scan just doesn't have much information to pull out of the shadows or highlights, whereas a flat scan, relatively simple to edit. One other benefit to pulling film is a reduction in film grain. By overexposing the film at the start of the process, we have caused more of a reaction in the emulsion, because it's the gaps between the silver grains that give the impression of graininess. More reacted silver means more silver remains and less apparent grain. I've also got a video where I do a test of Kodak Pro Image 100, and there is a crazy difference in grain between 3 stops under and 3 stops overexposed. So anyway, I'm certainly not going to pretend to draw conclusions from my first roll of Tri-X at 200, but maybe these results will give you something to think about or to try out yourself.